It's become a Sunday ritual in Hong Kong. Overseas workers line up for hours outside remittance agencies to send money home. The lines here are so long they've become social gatherings, with people stopping by to practice dance routines.
People line up from downstairs to third floor. You need to wait 2 to 3 hours.
Now, an explosion of apps is offering cheaper and more convenient remittance services. Lower costs means more money flowing into the Philippines, the third largest remittance receiving country in the world. But gauging a new service's worth can be a daunting task for those trying to send money home. Around 190,000 Filipinos work in Hong Kong as maids, earning as little as $550 a month. They send whatever's left over home. Industry giants like Western Union deliver cash to family members in the Philippines, where 7 out of 10 people don't have a bank account. But with the advance in mobile technology, there's been an explosion of new apps promising lower fees and more convenient transactions. New services use peer-to-peer transfers and other technologies to reduce costs. Some, like coins, even use Bitcoin.
So if I wanted to call my friend in the US from the Philippines, the call would go through the local telco and then through a number of other telcos on the way. If I use Skype or WhatsApp, I can just call them directly. Digital currency in the blockchain does exactly the same thing, just for value.
Another app, Toast, lets users create digital profiles once, cutting back on the paperwork involved in cash transfers.
We saw people queuing up outside a money transfer shop. They were all stood in line with a smartphone. So I looked at this problem and thought, well, if we've all got smartphones, why are they still queuing up to send money back home?
My work is to look after the kids. If the kids is at home and I need to send money, I cannot go. What will I do? When I found the digital remittance, I found it so convenient.
Neri Roberts gets special privileges through the app by explaining to other domestic workers how to use it and signing them up.
Even though I'm at home, in a minute, I can send money.
So far, Toast says it has around 5,000 users in Hong Kong. While the company says the number of specifically remittance apps users is insignificant, they're expecting that to change over the next 3 to 5 years. Money sent by the Philippines diaspora totals around 10% of the country's GDP. Money ends up in towns like this one, 3 hours away from Manila, where Neri Roberts' daughter, Marcel, lives. In Orani's Central Plaza stands a church, city hall, and a multitude of remittance shops. Marcel Roberts takes care of her kids by herself, as her husband works in Saudi Arabia. The money he and her mother sends helps.
And we have emergencies here in our house. Sometimes we forgot to pay our bills, and the due date is there, and the electricity man cut out our electricity. We need the money instantly. So using the apps, she can send us money faster.
However, Marcel still has to retrieve the money from a pawn shop, which often serve as remittance agencies in rural towns.
We're having a problem with claiming our money in the remittance centers. Sometimes they're running out of money and sometimes they're offline.
Toast's founder says his clients don't always trust purely digital players to send money around. He's now opened a small shop in Worldwide House, a mall targeting domestic workers in Hong Kong's Central District. Part of the challenge for users is a lack of basic financial knowledge. Recent surveys suggest only 1 in 4 Filipinos are financially literate. Enrich is a charity that offers lectures on money management to Hong Kong's domestic workers.
I had to show them how much that meant if they are able to save, like 1-time remittance charge versus 4 times remittance charge every month. And they saw how different it could be, paying $20 a month versus paying $80 a month if they will be sending 4 times in a month or on a weekly basis.
So we will be talking about remittances.
Enrich tries to teach helpers how to compare the remittance services.
Is there other charges, hidden costs that the migrant workers need to bear without them knowing about it?
Traditional provider Western Union says fintech startups aren't a threat to its business model because consumers prefer to use a brand they know and trust. But it's also launching new mobile products of its own that it says are more convenient. To some, the new high-tech system seems too risky, and old habits die hard. Luisa Galetto used to send money via apps, but has decided not to use them after her money went missing for a day.
After
a few remittances, 7 and the 8, there's a delay. I'm waiting for almost 24 hours before my money collected in the Philippines. So it's frustrating. I didn't expect that will happen.
The lines for her will remain a Sunday ritual.